By the year 2158, humanity had solved the problem of distance. We built thriving, self-sustaining cities on Earth, hollowed out the moon, terraformed Mars, and anchored deep space habitats to the frozen rock of Titan. But as our footprint expanded, so did our awareness of the Fermi paradox, the stark contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life and the complete lack of evidence for it. The deeper we reached into the void, the louder the absolute silence became. Over decades, that silence spread a specific kind of paranoia. Military planners and citizens alike began operating under a shared assumption. If we ever did cross paths with another intelligent species, the resulting encounter would mean immediate, catastrophic conflict. We had spent centuries heavily fortifying our outer colonies and arming our deep space freighters. The driving anxiety of human civilization was the suspicion that we were being hunted by something we couldn't yet see. That silence finally broke when a tight, highly structured signal echoed through our deep space monitoring buoys ere the Oort cloud. Linguists immediately realized that syntax and grammar were useless. Biological language is subjective, shaped by a species' unique environment and vocal cords. To cross this communication gap, objective science became the primary bridge. This data shows a raw sine wave resolving into distinct groupings of prime numbers, a mathematical handshake. These prime clusters seamlessly mapped a Fibonacci sequence over a spatial coordinate grid, finally morphing into a precise schematic of a hydrogen atom. Within hours of the transmission, the source arrived. A heavily shielded, geometric alien mothership glided into human space with smooth, deliberate momentum. The precision of that mathematical signal gave our defense fleets a reason to pause. By choosing to hold fire while the AI processed those universal constants, humanity successfully navigated the most dangerous moment in its history. The shift from combat to comprehension was our first true entrance into the galactic community. The United Earth Council made a massive strategic pivot. They ordered all orbital defense platforms to stand down and directed every available resource toward opening a formal line of communication. To handle the immense complexity of the alien mothership's data stream, engineers deployed a custom-built processing engine known as the AI Quantum Translator. This flowchart shows the system in action. You have raw, chaotic geometric math and energy patterns entering a central processing node. The AI then organizes that abstract data into clear binary semantic clusters, differentiating aggressive postures from cooperative ones. The system quickly stabilized, delivering its first fully decoded message. The directive was unambiguous. The visitors prioritized the acquisition and exchange of knowledge over territorial conquest. What followed was a massive cultural trade. Humanity uploaded our subjective history, our philosophy, and centuries of art. In return, the alien vessel transmitted the foundational mathematics for space-time travel. We traded paintings for physics. Both species grew vastly more capable simply by exchanging their biological and technological differences, proving that the universe operates as a non-zero-sum environment. This stability was immediately shattered by a violent rupture in local space. A distinct fleet of jagged, aggressive warships dropped out of hyperspace. This new fleet didn't use mathematical handshakes. They broadcast a crude, universally recognized ultimatum, demanding total, immediate surrender. Earth's defense grids automatically locked on to the new targets. In response, our new allies in the mothership instantly raised their heavy defensive shields. The human-alien alliance faced a sudden, brutal choice. They could combine their technologies to destroy the incoming threat, or they could attempt to open a new line of communication. The AI Quantum Translator required a willing partner to function. It was entirely useless against a fleet optimized purely for instantaneous violence. Survival depended on crossing a communication gap in mere seconds, forcing humanity to invent a completely different kind of diplomatic bridge on the fly. Human commanders bypassed the enemy's tactical computers entirely. Instead, they aimed directly at the hostile fleet's sensory and command arrays, flooding them with raw, unfiltered human data. This data bomb consisted of millions of holographic memories, family units, collective triumphs, and the raw sensory input of physical connection. The AI translator had already mapped the universal signatures of intent. By flooding the hostile ships with these recognized patterns of life and memory, we forced their systems to recategorize us. We were no longer cold coordinates on a screen. We were a biosignature too complex to be dismissed as a threat. We used the reality of our biological existence as a targeted tactical maneuver. By forcing the attackers to process the weight of the lives they were targeting, the data bomb successfully dismantled their willingness to engage. The response was immediate. The hostile commanders stood down their fleets, and their energy cannons retracted back into their hulls. In the aftermath, the three species formalized a permanent structure known as the Galactic Knowledge Alliance. When tested by the threat of extinction, humanity survived by choosing connection. This alliance stands as a testament to a new metric of power, the capacity to turn a potential war into a shared library